All right, we're gonna be talking about Mauga. So, as I previously mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I'm gonna try to rank pretty soon, and I'm gonna be playing tank, and I'm probably gonna try playing Hazard and Mauga exclusively, and just see how far I can get because I just think it'd be interesting. It's a nice challenge, and the heroes are fun. So, the Hazard I already talked about. Mauga, I'm on like I don't know game 5 or so, not a lot, and there's a bunch of mechanics to him that were not obvious to me. Since by the time Mauga came out, I wasn't playing as much, mostly for the most part, so I was like trailing off. I didn't like fully understand all of his mechanics, and I think that taking a second to actually think like what do all his mechanics do is extremely helpful. So for starters, let's talk about the guns. There's actually a lot of complexity with the guns. So you can shoot either gun, right? Left, right, left, right. You can shoot both, obviously. Number one thing to know is the spread difference is massive. So with a single gun, like it's basically pinpoint, like out to pretty far, right? There's like a little bit of spread, but it's not a lot. Same thing with right gun, right? Exact same spread pattern, right? It's very, very little spread at distance. But if you shoot both of them at once, this spread is like unusable, right? You basically cannot shoot both guns unless you are very, very close to the target, or the target is very, very large. Now, what does this mean for combat? Well, unless you're fighting somebody like a tank, even at like this range, this takes forever to kill somebody, right? Like this is not great. Actually, like even at this range, which I think a lot of players would think this is like relatively close. Like I'm probably only what, like 15 meters from him. Doing this, right? And then this is actually much better. You first light them on fire, then you shoot them with the right click, right? So left click, primary fire, then right click. So left click to light on fire, then right click. Now, obviously, if you're further away, it's very obvious that you need to do this, right? Like, if I'm even further now, now I'm like basically 20 meters. Like this, I'm obviously there's a little bit of cover here, but this is gonna take all day to kill somebody. Now, I want to again highlight how important it is to light them on fire and then do this, right? So, you know, as you go out, you're like, hey, look, you do this, you light on fire, then you do this, blah, blah, blah. For the right click, the headshots don't matter. They don't do additional damage once they're on fire, because it's a critical hit anyway, so it doesn't kill them any faster. So you could just aim for center body mass. For the left click, you can go for the head, and it'll kill them a little bit faster. Right. Now, his damage fall off, that's like kind of mechanic mode, right? Again, for a lot of heroes, even for tanks, right? Even for tanks, I'm pretty far away, like, this is not going to do anything. Light them on fire first, then do the right click. The right click does not keep the fire going, I believe. So you need to occasionally apply the left click to keep the fire going. The fire does not do a lot of damage. I think it's like 15 damage a second, which is like not a lot. For squishies, it'll add up, but like generally speaking, it's not a big deal. It's the fact that it enables the double damage on your right gun. That's the really big deal. Here's the next thing. Let's talk about damage fall off. So if you had to guess, what do you think Mauga's damage fall off would be? My guess, offhand, like without looking at the stats, would have been, I don't know, it would probably start at 15 meters, right? And then it trails off to probably 30. This is grossly incorrect. It, in fact, starts at 30 and goes to 40. And this is the reason why sometimes when I was playing like DPS or whatever, I felt like I was getting lasered down from crazy far away. I am 29 meters away right now. Right, light on fire. This is an extremely fast kill for any hero, but much less a tank. You do not expect to get lasered down this fast at this range. Like, this is actually extremely fast. Like, nobody's facing a tank this far away, and it's like, oh yeah, I could die almost instantly here. That's fast. And yeah, like, especially at higher ranks, you're not going to kill anybody this way. But you're definitely going to force them to cover or burn cooldowns just to try to stay alive when they're caught out unexpectedly open. It does not take long at all to light them on fire, and then suddenly you're striking them. Mauga is way better at poking than I think people realize. I think people often think, oh, I got to charge in to, like, do that, and then, you know, then I have to shoot. No. Like, you can just beam people down from really far away, and again, especially in lower ranks, people will not realize how fast you can kill them with this. And I'm just killing soldiers, right? Here's a reasonably beefy hero. Like, he dies fast. Now, next thing, charge. So I was wondering why sometimes it felt like I get bumped by charge, and sometimes I get stunned, like on the ground charge. Well, there are in fact two radiuses for the charge. The first radius does, I think, 75 damage and knocks them back, and the second inner circle radius does 150. So if I do the outside radius, right, which is still, like, pretty close, you see that I knocked him off. But if I want the 150 damage, oh, I messed up. Obviously, I do not have great muscle memory control over Mauga so far. I landed this way? Oh yeah, I even got there. So you see, I did so much damage. It's actually 30 damage on collision plus 150 for the slam for 180 damage. That is a lot. 180 damage is a lot of damage. Like, wow, what the heck? And the other thing that I did not realize was you, in fact, actually take... Oh, man, I forgot health regen is going to be a problem, huh? You actually heal from the slam as well, because the inner slam, and only the inner slam, counts as a critical hit. So you regenerate... God.
Just a little.
You regenerate some of the health. That health back used to not be there. You regenerate some of the health back. So, take some more damage. Okay, great.
Here I come.
So you see, well, I shouldn't say regenerate the health. You get temporary health. But you see those green bars? I just got like 50-ish, 60-ish, something like that. It's like 40% of damage dealt. Temporary health back for landing on somebody. So in a dice situation, even if you're extremely low, if you can just land the slam, obviously they take damage and they're stunned, but you also gain some health back and you can use it to kill them. So Mauga is very scary. Even at 100 health, like going around a corner, you're trying to chase him, you could do this and immediately slam on top of you, and then you die. Like, even from full health, like, you could imagine someone like a Reaper who doesn't have Wraith just dies, even chasing a low health Mauga. It's like an incredible ability to be able to turn fights. So, yeah. Obviously, I think people know that you can, like, hold it. You don't have to pop it right away. You can cancel it as long as you don't actually stop. So you can manually trigger right away, you can stop, and then you can also pop it, and at the very end, cancel it. That way you don't have to go through the jump animation. I didn't even cancel it, because it's probably because I hit the wrong button. That'd help. Right, so you cancel it, you run, blah, blah, blah. Right, and then you cancel it, and then you can obviously keep moving, which is great if you need to shoot and the slam's not going to for you. Lastly, the ulti is pretty straightforward. It stops movement abilities, it traps them in the cage. An important thing to remember is that it reloads your gun when you start it. So I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna have to fight the soldier. I don't have a lot of ammo. I pop it, I have full ammo.
You can check out.
Which is awesome. And generally speaking, within the cage, you're probably gonna want to be doing this. But like, someone could be on the other side of the cage, and like you might still want to be doing this, right? Like, the cage goes reasonably far, so you can imagine you still want to do it. Yeah, so I think Mauga's a pretty straightforward hero. I think he's probably one of the easiest tanks to play, especially if you have decent aim, because of his many mechanics. Like, you are pretty good at, like, standoff distances, at poking people down. You don't have to engage with your charge in the way that, with Winston, like, you cannot do anything. Like, your secondary fire, it gives you almost no value, right? You have to engage with the jump. Same thing for D.Va, right? D.Va's guns do no damage outside of, like, 7 meters or so. So you really need to be engaging. You know, even Hazard, right, who does like okay damage at range, is still like you have to engage with a slash or get close to them somehow. But Mauga, like, you can beam people down, and there are plenty of times where you're like, I can't go in right now, like go in, but I can do something like this. Like, let's say there's a Zen in the backline, I can light him on fire, then burn him, right? Then he goes up. Okay, now I can engage because now the Zen's on top of me, and I don't have to worry about this one. So, again, very, very good hero. Obviously, I think he's been very strong since he released, and for good reason. I think he's gotten nerfed repeatedly over and over again. Let's just walk through a game. So, King's Row, very linear map. I was thinking, hey, look, this is a good time to play Mauga, just to try it out. Ends up being a pretty close one, too. We're going to face off against Ball and then Zarya.
Attackers incoming.
So holding choke here, right? So you notice again, I'm trying to light people on fire if I can, right? You notice that even on the engage there, I did not use my right gun. It was exclusively, like you can see right here, I'm only using left gun here to light him on fire because I don't want to shoot both until he gets close. Now I'm using both guns, right? Tracking him, burning him. It's okay that I don't kill him. Like that health is hard for him to regenerate. Like there's not an easy health back here. He has to go all the way out here to get a mega. So like it's annoying for him. Here's a soldier. Try to beam him down. Miss it. I'm like, okay, let's do better. Right? Now he's on fire. Right? Now I'm hurting him. He doesn't like this. I hear the ball. I'm like looking for it. I'm like, hey, I potentially could charge in and slam him, but he dies already, so I don't have to worry about it. Juno's out of position. Light her on fire. And again, I can't get the kill here, but I guarantee you that she was not expecting to take that much damage. There is no other tank other than like Roadhog who could hook you in, who could do that much damage that fast. Like, it is actually a ton of damage. It totally changes how the enemy team has to play. So, Anna's just sitting here. I'm like, okay, cool. I let her on fire. Didn't quite get enough. I'm like, alright, maybe I can kill this Juno. Again, I'm not expecting to kill anybody here. I'm just being annoying, right, from my own ulti. Anna's on fire again. Let her on fire. Soldier on top of me. I'm using 2 guns here. Ball bumps me. I reload, and I get out. Why? Because I'm expecting to get naded here, right? Naded, slept, etc. I can't get out. Oh, your overrun, your charge, by the way, also makes you unstoppable, which is nuts. Like, you can run through anything, like Zarya grab. As long as it's not physically stopping you from moving forwards, you can run through it. So I'm way too far on the point here, and I realized it right away. I'm like, oh, shoot. But I fortunately dodged the grenade. Get back in cover. Get back. I would say the skill level of this game is not super high. Probably like a mix of probably low plat to low diamond-ish. But, you know, it's also, that's good because it's also good time for me to practice Mauga. I recognize right now I've screwed up. I need to be covering high ground, right? And because nobody on my team is, and so we're in a little bit of a dicey situation. I'm just kind of stalling out right now to give my soldier time to flank. You notice the soldier trying to duel me here. Your cardiac overdrive also reduces damage taken by, I think, by 40%. So I pop overdrive here to not die. Right? Doesn't really feel like my soldier's making progress. I see the Reaper here. Now, an important thing about learning heroes is limit testing. Like, can I actually beat Reaper? Most tanks can, but Mauga maybe can, and I feel like I'm pretty sure I actually can win this. I force Wraith, which is exactly what I expected. I want to light him up after, right? Immediately use double guns because he's a large target, we're reasonably close, and he dies. Excellent. So one gun to light the ball on fire. Now I use both. Use the target. Great. So now with 2 heroes dead, I have time here to go and take high ground. So I'm gonna charge over. On to shot me, but I don't care. Reload. Go up to high ground, and soldier hears me coming. Right, I'm like, hey, where the heck's the soldier? I'm like, oh, he's right there. I charge, go for it. He drops. Okay, fine. He drops again. I'm like, really wish somebody would turn for this, but now I have to deal point. So Reaper on top of me. Now I pop cardiac. So cardiac, the healing on someone like a big fat target like Ball who actually doesn't do a lot of damage. This is like an optimal scenario. Like theoretically, I'm somewhat vulnerable, but in reality, I'm not because I can farm the Ball for health even with the Reaper there. Right? I got 3 people here, but too many. I end up dying. Charge back out. My team's doing a reasonable job stalling. I'm gonna come on the point. Great. Didn't even need to do anything. My team just kind of went without me. I really want to kill this Reaper. I charge in. I'm like, wait, what the heck? I didn't see the teleport initially. Okay, Reaper's gonna get away, maybe. Alright, come up here. I'm like, okay, Reaper wants to fight point blank. I pop cardiac. Alright, he has to Wraith, that's fine. Right, now I want to kill him after the Wraith. So he teleports. I'm like, okay, that's super annoying. But that's a good play by him. So, burning the ball. My soldier's still 2. Unfortunate time for me to start the reload. I was immediately regretted that. So Reaper on fire. I'm like, pretty sure he. Okay, I guess he does have a Wraith. Yeah, he didn't Wraith it. I dropped thinking that he didn't have a Wraith. But either way, it's not gonna matter. That's why I popped cardiac right away. Now here I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, the Reaper's gonna beat me to the Mega. Like I'm not gonna be able to get past this doorway in time. So I run over here and I'm like, limit test. So in another world, I could have been like, you know what, I can definitely get away from this and run onto the point. But I'm like, I actually think there's a chance that I can kill both of them.
Good fences.
So I pop ulti here, right? Reaper teleports up top. He comes down. I shred him. But again, you notice that like I'm still regenning even with cardiac. Like you still regen off of your critical hits. I regen so much off the Ball. The Reaper doesn't have a good line of sight on me. Frankly, if he's a better Reaper, he probably can kill me here. Would be my guess. Probably whipping would be my guess. Yeah, he whips a lot. Yeah, he's lifting like 75% of the shots. So he probably could still kill me through it. But it was an interesting test. So I'm like low, and I'm like, wait, I actually don't want to go out this way. I go back in, I'm gonna get the Mega.
That's better.
So I'm hoping, hey, my team's set up, we can maybe engage here. Bastion goes up, I charge over. So trying to go after the soldier, Nano gets popped, trying to kill Juno. Juno's low. Go for the Reaper, I'm completely whipping here. Nah, it is what it is, right? First point, it happens. So back to the poke phase, just try to farm. Right. Lighting Ball on fire. I see the Reaper on the right, like I'm completely aware of him, I'm intentionally not looking at him until he goes in. I'm gonna force Wraith here, and the idea is, look, he's gonna have to leave. Alright, he's super low. See if we can get the kill here. Nope, nobody can do it, that's fine. Go back to the Ball, take no Ball over here. Ball dies, wonderful. Reload. I know my supports are still like kind of recovering from the Ball, like they might be reloading or something, so I'm gonna take a slow bit. Alright. Play close to cover. Reaper here, he's discorded. I really want to kill on him. I charge again. Slam. Low. Wraith gets popped. Knee gets popped. Unfortunately, I die. So probably I should not chase there, right? And I think that's an important thing. It's like, hey, what can I get away with? What can I not get away with? I'm expecting better control of this corner by my team because I actually have two. Oh, the soldier just leaves. That's why. I was not expecting my soldier to just leave in that scenario. Like, he's rotating to high ground, and I like understand that, but I was not expecting it. I was expecting my soldier to be here to help control this angle, and thus this soldier out here is not able to shoot me. Hopefully that makes sense. Like why, like what went through my head, and why I'm surprised that there's actually like a free DPS there to keep shooting me. So balls here, light him on fire. Again, you do so much damage. Like what you like seriously like a ludicrous amount of damage from a tank. Having played a lot of hours of tank, you do not expect yourself to do that. Freezers here, that's pretty good. He's gonna pick up Mega. I'm like, this is actually kind of a problematic scenario. Curve around. Force Wraith again. Reaper was so low now. I don't know, he did not make it there. So, light ball on fire, shred him. This is just as much to just heal myself up as it is to shoot the ball. Because I knew that there's people behind me that could be damaging me, which is why I'm trying to heal up the ball as soon as possible. The ball's deflected. Alright, just gotta kill some of the things. I'm just like surprised at how hard it is to kill the mines. I feel like I'm really shooting it. I'm like, wait, what the heck? Soldiers on high ground. I'm in trouble here. Can I get in? I can. I pop cardiac, so I can survive. Not killing the soldier was devastating. If I lit him on fire, he dies. This is a good example where I actually should have been hitting him with left click. Like, I'm just short. If I lit him on fire here, I think we win this fight. But go for 3. Ana's obviously gone. It's fine. Look, but no one's really available here. Grab the ball. They force out Nano. I'm like, alright, well, I immediately stopped shooting the ball because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to kill him, but I realize I'm not going to kill anybody else either, so I just farm off him to get hit. I have charge here, but it's not going to do anything. Alright, so they cut the first 2. Pretty good time. They have 4 minutes. Definitely strong chance that they would cap all the way. Oh, I messed up here. So I just barely did not light him on fire. Like, I feel like I was like 1 bullet short. But like now I can't kill him. Oh, sorry, he's starting to make something off. So this is a good example of like, again, like you apply much better long range poke damage than virtually any other tank. Right? Like Sigma maybe, but the thing is like Sigma's DPS is actually quite low, but it's a little more consistent because he's splash. Trying to cut off the balls, engage, or retreat path. Helping my team out by lighting the soldier on fire. The soldier's 100% carrying him here. Like damage-wise, I think he has double the damage of this game. So I'm getting a little low here, so I'm playing careful. I'm expecting more healing than I'm getting. The soldier can't get it. I'm thinking, okay, I gotta leave. It's fine. Get behind the cart. That works. Ball super low. Did not expect it to get shredded that quickly. I was reloading when the jump went in. Oh shit. I know the soldier's on my left. I can't do anything about it right now, so I'm just trying to force this quick out. On both supports, I feel like, hey, look, there's no tank here. The Junkrat's not here. The soldier's on the left. Nade goes off. I'm like, am I gonna get this? I'm actually not gonna get this. I'm going after the soldier. If I land it, then I can kill him. Like he stays there. But I'm actually curious what is going on in my back line. I see. This is a good example where, like, I'm expecting things to play out differently because I think, hey, I have my whole team here. It's just the Junkrat, and he was sort of low. My team would step up, but my team is in fact being zoned by the Junkrat, who's just sitting here spamming grenades. They could easily play like in here, right, and like step out a little bit and heal, or like rotate even across the heal, but that does not happen. So Trance gets forced, which is very sad to see. Trap. Soldier again. Honestly, for me, great. That means that she doesn't have sleep for the next fight, like in the next few seconds. So I think I have an opportunity here. Kill Juno first. Excellent. I feel like Mauga is like very good against Juno because the floatiness does not help against this game. I'm like, oh cool, she went Zarya, no problem. Right, I immediately reset because I'm like, look, I forced the first bubble, I don't have health, like, I'll deal with her later. And now I'm like, okay, she can definitely die now. So I should have tucked into the corner here and slammed right there. I just don't have the right like technique to be able to do that right now.
Good fences make
So I
good
only here
neighbors.
mostly just keep myself alive. And I'm like, wait a second. Why am I not doing
Go get them.
this? Why is she so far back? Oh, she's intentionally playing that far back. Yeah, she's so this is what's tricky. So an Ana in this situation needs to understand and like read the fight and be like, oh, we're actually stepping forward here, right? When she sees this, she needs to be booking it and not just scoped right now. So I am not expecting her to be that far back, which is why I'm like, wait, why am I not getting healed? Honestly, they should have just walked into the cage and killed her. So we're gonna burn down the Zarya here. Like, even through the bubble, like, I don't care. Like, we really want to kill her. I have to like reset for a second, just give myself time to reload. Juno's on top of me, she should be able to die. Get the kill. I have to reload. Charge out. Unfortunately, I have not killed the Zarya, and she's obviously high charge, but like, is what it is. I have to reload right now, otherwise I kill her. I'm purple, and I know I'm purple. I'm intentionally dodging the Junkrat on the left, so you can tell as soon as it starts going forwards, I start dodging front and back now instead of just left and right, because I know the Junkrat's firing at me. Because from that angle, I have to go front and back to dodge, not left and right, which is going to be not dodging. Kill a Junk, great. Pop Cardiac, I'm like, alright, now I can kill him. Like, I'm pretty sure I can kill him here. I'm pretty sure I can kill him. I'm out of ammo again. I should just stay on top of him. So I keep thinking, like, I'm trying to maximize the AoE of, like, my landing, when in reality, I should actually land on top of them. It's a really bad habit that I have.
Go get them, Tiger.
So I'm like, wow, okay, she gets nanoed. That's unfortunate. I think I zoned out the Soldier 76 here. Yeah, really important thing is tank is like Soldier ultimates. Most DPS ultimates you can just like basically ignore as a tank. It's your full health. So I just zone him right away. He dies for it. Excellent. Alright, I'm like, oh, there's a Zen now. Hit the slam. And like, can I actually win this? I can win this. Even against Bastion. Alright, you see I tuck in to cut the corner, right? So it's making him a little less accurate. Can't take any damage from his team. And I die. I'm actually curious. Would I have actually been able to win this if he was better? Nah, he missed a little bit. But his aim was like nearly perfect, and I was still not going to die there. So yeah, I actually can just win that straight up with Cardiac. That's really interesting. Alright, I trigger Zarya bubble and leave. Great. I'm like, okay, the Zarya is apparently not going to bubble. She has used 2 already?
Push now.
Yeah, that's an extremely sloppy
Get the
bubble.
payload moving.
Like, sitting here, and then she's like, oh yeah, I have no bubbles, and that's how you die. It's a good reason why you have to shoot Zaryas, right? You never know what their bubble status is. So you see the Zen out here, and I'm like, hey, Zen is alone, maybe? Question mark? Trying to kill him. I would definitely kill him here if the Ana did not help. Again, you do not expect to die to a tank this far away. And Zen, one of the easiest heroes in this game. Just a floating box. Right, we got 5 seconds left. I don't think anyone touches the point. Yeah, I don't think anyone touches the point. Okay, relatively straightforward game, but again, I think it highlights a lot of the cool stuff that you can do with Mauga. I am not great at Mauga by any means. I am just starting this Mauga journey, but again, interesting hero. Thought it might be useful to see me play him. Alright, that's it. Hopefully this is helpful.